Ann Conley Talkoff, and I am co-founder of City on a Hill, 1995.
Kevin Taylor, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer for City on a Hill. I've been a part of the organization since July of 2018.
My name is John King, former U.S. Secretary of Education, and I was one of the early teachers, in the history of City on a Hill back in the mid-90s.
My name is Nerlyn Contreras, and I'm a senior at City on a Hill.
My name is Sonia Pratt, and I'm the Chief Schools Officer here at City on a Hill.
My name is Laura Edward, and I'm the Principal of City on a Hill.
Hi, my name is Edelyn Contreras, and I graduated City on a Hill in 2010. I am part of the board, and I joined the board last year.
My name is Katie Breen, and I am the lead English teacher this year at City on a Hill, and next year I'll be the new vice principal.
1995, we were Sarah Cass and I were school teachers in Chelsea, Massachusetts, and we were the only two teachers who applied for a charter. And we started City on a Hill we did the prep work in 94, 95, and we opened in 95, and we were the first public high school charter.
In the early days of City on a Hill, the vision was to try to produce more equitable outcomes in education in the city of Boston. We worried that the early teachers and administrators of the school, we worried about the landscape of educational equity in Boston, worried that not enough Black and Latino students and enough low-income students were being prepared to succeed in college.
City on a Hill certainly has a very rich history, a storied past, and I believe a very bright future. I joined the charter movement back in 2012. And believe that the education reform movement is the modern day civil rights movement.
When I started as a fellow, we were in the YMCA gym and we were sharing a location with the gym. So classes were spread all over the place. The room that we did town hall in or town meeting in was definitely not big enough for us. So it was definitely having our own space, went from sharing a space with the YMCA to having our own space. I think that really solidified City on a Hill as, its own school.
I started working at City on a Hill in 2008. I actually started as a history fellow. So I went through the fellowship program at City on a Hill. This is where I learned to become a teacher.
I started working with City on a Hill as a tutor, moving up to a full-time teacher position the next school year. And I got a first-hand view of our school's emphasis on academic achievement, as well as supporting our students through a community that strives for excellence, but also offers support through the process.
And that City on a Hill is very dear to my heart. As I mentioned, I graduated from City on a Hill, and I decided to invest as a board member because I felt like I wanted to give back and share my experience with the rest of the board members, and hoping I can make an impact on the board and students and community-wise.
Both my siblings graduated from City on a Hill, and we already knew that it was a really great school. We knew that they had amazing faculties and they had a lot of support since it was such a small school, and they could meet one-on-one with teachers.
What our founding motive, I would think, if I could say it in a sentence, in the mid-90s, we were thinking, what does a citizen need to know and be able to do in 2021?
So what inspired me to come to City on a Hill early in the school's evolution was that I love the combination of a commitment to prepare students for success in college and careers alongside a commitment to preparing students for participation in democracy. And the emphasis on civic education struck me as unique and a powerful message about the role that public education can and should play in our society.
Commitment to citizenship in the sense of being able to successfully navigate and work and operate and have agency and voice and advocacy in a global community. To have citizenship in the global world is, I think, is important, and I think it is something that sets us apart.
A mission. Even, right now we talk about civics in civics classes and having a civics-driven mission and how important it is that young people understand their voice and understand their impact and understand how you should be making an argument, and how if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. all of those pieces that I think people are saying, like, this is what young people need to be doing. We've always believed young people need to be doing. And we've always put that as part of our curriculum. We always believed that service was important, and that's always been part of our curriculum. So I think that that's the things I'm so proud of, is that the mission is a mission that I can stand behind, that I love to tell everybody about. It's like, we are talking about that the young people are the future, and teaching them and giving them the tools on how they can make sure that their voice is heard, and make sure that their community voice is heard, and that they come back and they give back to their community.
We also worked hard to build a culture of civic readiness, to prepare students to be active, engaged citizens, to tackle the big challenges facing us as a country, and certainly in the city of Boston. We wanted our students to be prepared to testify at a city council hearing, to write a letter to their state legislator, to engage with their neighbors in solving big challenges.
Just like in any sort of person who has grown, or community who has grown, and where a schooler has grown, we've had ups and we've had downs, and there's been great years, but there's been a lot of academic achievement, and that we can be really proud of the students who have come out of those years and the work that we've done. There's been some years where we've had some growing pains, and where things were changing, and sometimes City on a Hill wasn't changing quick enough with the times.
I have watched City on a Hill change in the past 5 years in a continual effort to better support our students and families. Whether it be adding more culture support like grade level meetings or fun events, or hosting informational events about COVID and other continued support through uncertain times. COA is not just a school, but it is a community. And I have big hopes for our future, and I know our students will continue to shine bright.
My favorite things about City on a Hill probably has to be how many opportunities you're offered. I remember my first year, I was offered opportunity to do a summer course at Harvard, which is Crimson Summer Academy. And I don't know if I would have had that same experience if I went to a different school.
It was actually the best experience ever, to the point that it got me to where I am today. It helped me get to Bentley University, which was my dream school. My sister is currently a student and is graduating, and because of City on a Hill and all the opportunities that she was able to go with, like, she's now going to attend NYU. So those opportunities that the resources that the school has to offer is really helpful.
So I've officially committed to NYU, and COA has guided me and has gave me support with having like amazing guidance counselors who meet with you one-on-one and just try to see what schools are best fits for you.
My hope is that City on a Hill can continue to graduate responsible, resourceful citizens of Boston who go on to hold public office and to really make the change that they want to see for themselves and their families and their communities.
So the opportunity for City on a Hill and for all public schools is to take on those challenges, to say we are going to stop giving the least to the students who need the most. We're going to invest in educational opportunity for low-income students and students of color, and we're going to commit to the vital role of public education in preparing students for democratic citizenship. So the challenges are similar to when City on a Hill began, but the opportunities are tremendous to strengthen equity, justice, and democracy in our society.
I'm excited about what the future can hold for us. I'm excited to work with City on a Hill to make sure that our students get all of the support that they need, to make sure that in a couple of years that this pandemic and the way that it's affected education is just a blip on the radar, and not something that continues to impact our students and impact our students' community. And I think City on a Hill can really be at the forefront of that.
We are City on a Hill. We have kept true to that vision, and that's what I hope will continue.
We're thankful to our staff, we're thankful to the families that have supported us, and we're also thankful to our depth of donors who have given significantly over the years, and particularly this year in the midst of a pandemic. And as I think about what the future holds and where we'll be 25, 26 years from now, I know that the work that has been done over the past 25 years, that the donations that have been received, that the study that has been happening in the classroom, the number of people who have been a part of the lives of our students and families, and where they are going, I just want to reiterate that the future is bright, that City on the Hill can continue to be a place of immense expectation, change agency in the Boston community.
Ann Conley Tolkoff, and I believe in the future of City on a Hill.
My name is John King, and I believe in the future of City on a Hill.
I am Laura Edward, and I believe in the future of City on a Hill.
My name is Katie Breen, and I believe in the future of City on a Hill.
I'm Marilyn Contreras, and I believe in the future of City on a Hill.
Contreras, and I believe in the future of City on a Hill.
The future of City on a Hill.